Alright, so this is Minotaur speaking. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna play this newly unveiled demo of The Last Spell by CCCP. The people who made Dead in Vinland in particular. So let's just jump into it. So I've had done a chance to do a few runs. I won like the last two, so I think I kind of have the hang of it. It's also going to depend on what kind of starter gear they give me. Some weapons are just better, and others I'm just more comfortable with. But if it's workable, I'll probably be able to win. So yeah, so I'll leave this screen up for a minute, and then you can look at this one too. A few seconds, I guess you can pause it if you really want to see it, but after you've seen it a few times, you kind of get the idea. Alright, so what do we start with? Well, which weapon you have. Each weapon has a skill set, and you could have two different weapons equipped as in like an alternate that you can, no penalty, you can freely switch between them. In this case, this guy has a druid staff. It's kind of one of the weaker weapons. It needs buffs, or it scales off of things that are not super relevant at the moment with the enemies that exist in the game. So that's a little bit of a hardship. Let's see. So she has a scepter and a parrying dagger. So that's one way of dealing with large amounts of armor. So in last resort, one or two of these could finish off an armored enemy. I think that doesn't really happen until the second night. And oh, that's kind of interesting. This person is apparently equipped with the Ronin Scarf. This is pretty powerful. It wastes a lot of mana, so it depends on, well, he's not necessarily mana hungry, but I don't know, this is kind of workable. It's just swords are not really the strongest. I mean, hopefully they offer me a good weapon as a reward at the end of the battle. If you get an S ranking for the night, then you'll get offered a choice between 3 uncommon or better weapons. So I'm not totally thrilled with what they gave me, but for the first night, these scepters are pretty decent. They're both different kinds of AoE. They're kind of interesting. I'm less thrilled about this because it's melee, but there is an AoE option. And this one, it's been a while since I've used swords. I kind of avoid them for the most part, but okay, so yeah, so that I've always found this one a little bit awkward, but technically it does hit multiple enemies. I think I want to be like just out of range of where the enemies might be when they spawn, so something like this is okay. The first night, the enemies aren't super powerful, and you know, anything you kill on this turn is an enemy that you won't have to kill or take damage from the following turn. But you can go really YOLO if you have a Ronin Scarf, as long as you pay attention to your mana. This skill is ridiculous. It just costs 1 mana. You don't have to use an action point. You don't have to use movement. It's like, as long as you have mana, you can hop. With no limitation. You just hop up to 3 squares in any directions, as many times as you have mana to spend on it. So I suspect they'll nerf this eventually. It's really good on melee. So that could carry the run. I just had to like this this Calanth. She can just be she can get her way of doing really aggressive things. I might not want to use Sword Blast too much because that also costs mana, but I don't know. I'll just play it by ear. I tend to swap out two-handed swords for other things because it's kind of mediocre, and then its strengths are not as pronounced. Like axes, at least shred armor, which is one of the ways of dealing with the hardships that require some kind of special attention. And the sword doesn't have anything like that. It's just, yeah. But anyway, that will probably be fine though. Worst case scenario, I mean, the two-handed swords are okay. As I would probably want a second weapon just to be more flexible. Let's see how it goes. So usually, you don't know where they're going to spawn initially. They could spawn like either the two road tiles, but usually once they pick kind of a side of the map, I think all the waves tend to come from over this way in the future. So now I know that, but I might not be able to hit as many enemies as I would like this turn. Alright, so do I want to waste mana? So one of the problems with the Druid Staff is that it's just this Bee Sting, it does poison, which it takes 3 turns for something to die, and there's so many ways to kill things in one turn that waiting 3 turns to get damage is just not really a super winning bet. I'll just save that for later. Let me think about what I want to actually do though. This propagates up to 5 times, so I think I'm going to... am I going to start with that? Or am I going to start with this? Yeah, I've changed my mind. I think I'm just going to do Shocking Touch. It doesn't cost mana, it does about the same amount of damage. One thing that's really cool is that you can hit backspace to cancel your movement, but as soon as you do an attack, you no longer have the option anymore. I can definitely hit 5 enemies though. So propagation, the way it works is it bounces to in any of 4 directions as long as there's another unit there. There is friendly fire, but the caster themselves cannot be hit. So what you want to do with propagation is that it randomly chooses among available propagation targets, so it has to bounce to this one, and then it could bounce either way. And you kind of want to run all the scenarios in your head as fast as you can, because if it hits a dead end, then that's a worst case scenario. But in this case, either way that it bounces, it can keep bouncing this way, or it can bounce back that way, or it could bounce this way, and then if it tunnels back this way, it hits a dead end. But this particular skill has a limit of 5, so if I do this one, it'll hit 5 no matter what. There's a skill that propagates up to 10 times, and it's a lightning. It's like a chain lightning spell. So with that one, you really want to be some kind of math wizard, and sometimes you want to pick off enemies individually that would create a dead end to make it more reliable, and that's pretty interesting. It's like it's almost like a little puzzle mini game that fits into a larger strategic picture. And I think a lot of brand new players don't quite grasp how that works, but it's once you sort of understand it better, it's pretty neat, and as far as I know, it's unique. I don't think I've seen anything quite like that elsewhere before. I don't know. I haven't decided yet whether I want to walk any closer, because all of these, I don't think I can kill them just yet. think the very first wave is smaller than the other waves, so I think I'm just going to ignore those, and maybe I want to kill them next turn. I'm not sure. Let's see, how does this work? I think I can jump over my ally. I don't want to waste movement points for no reason. So I think that this way I don't waste movement points. Yeah, and now what do I want to do? Like, I could Sword Blast or something, but I think I'm just going to do another charge. Yeah, so that wasn't so bad, but now, oh, I still have action points, I just don't have any movement. The question is, how much mana do I want to waste? I have 4 action points, so yeah, let's use this Ronin Scarf. I don't see it that often. I've only seen it like 2 times out of like 8 that I've played so far. Let's see, is that enough damage? I won't really be able to kill them with this, so I'd rather just kill 1 or 2 of them. So that was kind of unfortunate. Still haven't used this druid guy yet, so I don't know. With those 2 action points remaining, like those are the only enemies I can hit, so let's just do it. Alright. So let's get a preview. How far do I have to move? So I have to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 would be good. Do I have 7? Yeah. Slow those down. Let's just spend 1 more mana and move her out of the way so I can slow down the other 2. So yeah, I'd rather just kill them outright. It's the enemies in this demo. For the most part, the amount of health they have is low enough that you really just want to kill them outright. So slowing them down isn't super great. But either way, we're good for now. Oh yeah, I kind of forgot about that. The enemies that haven't appeared yet, they can still attack you as they run as they exit the mist, but nothing too severe. I'm kind of curious how much is passive healing. 10. I mean, it's very possible to have entire nights where you take 0 damage, so being at 50% might not even be that bad of a problem. Now I have to think this out a little bit better. Like, how is she? I think she's just going to teleport out of there. Like, I could play little games where I kill one and then move and then whatever, but I think I just want her to be out of there. I think I want to start with my propagation attack, but here's these 2 enemies. If I start with one, then the other one could end up being a dead end, so I need to kill one of those 2. I didn't really think ahead. This time I kind of messed it up. I think if I start from here, though, like, if I propagate from this zombie, then there's a lot of ways that it could go, but it never reaches a dead end, really. So that's. I think I'm just gonna do that and then play it from here, or play it by ear from there. But you want to avoid these paths where there's one single enemy sticking out, like a hair that you can get stuck on. Sometimes this attack stuns, and if you stun something, then you might want to shift your attention elsewhere. This time I didn't get any stuns, but it's okay, because I'll just do the same attack again, and looks pretty good. I want to have enough movement. I think I want to be like way over here, so the next wave doesn't hit me. So let's move you out of the way. I'm gonna do something else. I'm just gonna. That's unfortunate. And then she's actually in the wrong spot. I wanted to be close enough to just do this. I guess that's good enough. Now what? So that's like 45 damage. So that'll actually kill them, even though it's, considering what it does, it's a little bit too expensive, and because it's a little bit slow. I don't remember exactly how it works. Like, I know they're both gonna die, but I think they still get to attack me before that happens, which could potentially be painful. Oh well, we'll just see how it goes. Alright. I think I want to use Sword Blast, because I've got a nice group of 6 of them right there. Do I want to use movement points, or do I want to use mana? That's the only question. Sure, let's just teleport around a whole bunch, and then Sword Blast. Now the question is, how do I want to do this? Oh, that's unlucky. Oh, they both cost 1 action point. I should have just, that was dumb. I could have killed them, but I didn't. So, like, I'm being a little bit sloppy here, but is that a safe spot? That's not quite safe. I'm being a little bit sloppy here. Like, maybe that was too many teleports. Maybe that was paranoid, but I know I have enough mana. I can jump right back in if I need to. And I do want to play a little bit of cleanup. You get a lower score if these things get too deep into your base. So yeah, I think that's how I'm gonna do it. Like, if one of them is close to the enemies, then they should be right next to each other, so yeah, at most they can get attacked 2 or 3 times each by covering, their sides or backs or whatever. So it's about as good as I'm gonna do this round. Okay, oh, they died at the beginning of the turn, so something to remember. Alright, yeah, quite a few of those. So now what? Sword Blast, it costs 3 action points. Do I just want to Sword Blast twice? I think there are too many that are just like too close to the base right now. Yeah, I just... I'm not really loving this, how it only hits 2 enemies. Because I would really love to hit all 3 of these, but it's just not in the cards right now. And then Sword Blast is just really expensive. So now what? I mean, at least it only costs 1 action point, so I'll just keep going, I guess. Oh, and I have to, it's mandatory, you have to move at least 1 square. Okay. And I'm running out of movement again. So that means I have to teleport to be able to do anything else. And that 1 point of health, this is really annoying me right now. Oh man. Ooh. It's not a lot of health. I think I'm just gonna burn all my mana. Hope I don't regret it later. These 3 right here, that's just annoying. Kinda, it's not a complete chain. Is it worth my, it's like too dangerous to ignore, but it's also not the most attractive target to start dishing out damage either. Oh man, I'm just not loving the equipment that I'm just not loving the weapons that they gave me right now. Can I at least, let's see, 45 to 55, so it's like kind of a coin toss. On average I do 100 damage, but you could do in 2 hits. But you could do a little more or less than that, so that's kind of unfortunate. So this is a poison attack that propagates. So maybe this is a pretty good use case for that. So these ones that are really far from the base, like I just start poisoning them and then I run away. Like it's a little bit slow. Well, that one's gonna die. You can look like the little health bar over here. That one, it takes 2 turns. Some of these, yeah, most of those die eventually. Only a couple of them die next, immediately. So where is it? Shocking Touch is, I think, is what I want to use here. I'm just gonna save my mana. Then I don't want to be too close to this madness. I think it's too dangerous. Like even right here, it's kind of dangerous. If I go here, then I can end the turn here, maybe. I'd like to be able to hit both of these, but then at the end of my turn I'm standing right there, which I think I take some attacks if I do that. Alright, this is a little bit redundant, but this way I get to run away and something like that. So maybe I get attacked. Oh, 3. I mean, if they're smart, they get attacked from 3 sides, but they might get in each other's ways because the AI is not super great. I hope so, anyway. Okay, so that's interesting. I think usually they really are just trying to get to the mage circle. and sometimes they just outright ignore you, but if they happen to be standing next to you when their turn ends, then they attack you. But that went better than I expected, really. So I think I want to start a chain off of either this one. I think, yeah, I think this one. And then this one, or no, this one, the one that costs no mana. And then I just want to, yeah, keep running. Alright, so this one, let's just... Oh, good. Actually got 2 kills there, so that's nice. Don't know if I want to damage... I really need to kill these this turn. So how do I do that? Yeah, that's kind of sad. Oh, you're not... You still have action points. Nice, okay. Yeah. I want to dash into these two, but then I also want to kill this one. Let's just use movement points. Oh man. So I cannot get lethal this turn, but I think I wanted to block their path regardless, so it's okay if I don't get lethal. It's like 50-50, between 91 and 110. I need 100, so that's about, yeah, it's about 50-50. Okay, there we go. Alright, looks about right. I don't know, poison is maybe not quite as bad as I feel like it is, but there are other options that are just so powerful compared to that. Okay, so this... Those are it's too dangerous to attack those, and this one it's only one enemy. It seems like overkill. That's fine, I can be a little bit passive this turn, and it's not a big deal. Slow those down, and let's just maintain some distance here. Maybe move a little bit this way so I can flex over to this side if I want to next turn, something like that. Not really pleased with the damage that I'm taking, but the only character who's super long range doesn't really do a ton of damage, so it's really hard to not take damage this particular night. That one's still alive, which is a little annoying. I don't think I want to spend mana anymore. They've been thinned out enough that I should really... be thinking about conserving mana more than anything else right now. Alright, is there any way that I can hit 4 enemies? Like right here. There's the Tetris triangle, and then you attack from the point of that triangle. So we're here. 0 mana. Pretty decent, and I think it's one of the most balanced, one of the most well-balanced attacks in the game at the moment. It's just kind of, it's kind of weird, like feeling good about things being balanced, because usually you should feel good about things being powerful, because then you get to win. But so it wasn't flawless, but that's still an S rank. Okay, kind of worried here. What if they give me garbage? Is this gonna be garbage? Okay, another two-handed sword. Dueling pistol is all right. It's got armor shred. I'm probably gonna take that. Don't want to accidentally click because there's no confirm. It's if you accidentally click or even right click, you get stuck with it. So for sure, this dueling pistol. Oh, it's only offhand, so that's a little sad. The main hand version has a really cool, undodgeable area of effect attack. It costs a lot of mana, but when you do use it, it's the situation where it shines is like really worth it. But having an offhand weapon with armor shred, I mean, that gives me some options. That's progress, but not as nice as it could have been. So I'm going to take a look at the store. I don't think I can actually afford to buy anything right now. One thing I've learned is that on your very first production cycle, you need to farm up. You need to get this 110 gold. You need to increase that to 190 so you can build an inn and hire somebody. I mean, that's just a huge power spike, and there's almost nothing that they could offer in the store that would be worth delaying that. I mean, sometimes you can farm up a little bit of extra gold. Like, for example, I might want to get 2 mana potions if I have another 20 lying around. But so that's, I think wooden is the worst tier of. So there's a, so yeah, that's. I probably would rather have a pistol, even though it's a main hand slot. I'd much rather. I mean, you have 2 main hand slots available, so I'd much rather have this than like the convenience of going in your offhand. It's just not that valuable. But the RNG giveth and the RNG taketh away. So yeah, like I might even want a health potion, but the very first priority though is all these. This is the production cycle, so however many action points you have, you can use those action points to turn these little ruins into gold. So it costs 2 action points to get 10 gold, or that's 5 per action point. So I've got 18 action points. So that's another 90 gold. So I think I can afford. Yeah, I think I can afford 1 potion. So I'll figure out what kind of potion later. It's really going to depend on if I get a spell book on my hired minion. That's like probably the best weapon in the game right now. But even in that case, I don't really need to restore mana until after the next night, because brand new recruits start out at full mana. Alright, so these ruins, they do get in the way of enemies, so they're a little bit. It's a little bit nice to leave some of them standing, but the ones like a little bit farther away from the spell circle, that's a good place to start. Okay, so let's. Alright, so we've got pistols, which is kind of a medium range. I'd really like to have some long range so I can actually. I guess long range isn't going to happen. I definitely do not need another druid staff. Throwing, or yeah, dagger. It's not really the best. I think I like this out of the options available. It's not the best thing in the world, but grape shot is. It's no replacement for a mage, but at least it's one of the stronger area of effect attacks. And it is. I am going to need armor shredding soon. So 2 characters with like a single target attack that shreds armor. That's. I mean, it's sort of balanced, but as a composition, but it's just not as strong as it could be. I'm not too crazy about the minus 20 health. Yeah, like, your numbers are a lot better, but I mean, throwing daggers is kind of an option. Like, that poison, it's only an 83% chance, though, so if it fails to apply poison, then it's still. I mean, maybe you just wait another turn for it to do the full damage, and then you still make it out okay. I don't know. It looks kind of mediocre to me. What about the other things like movement and health? Sorry, I'm just overthinking this. I should just pick something and run with it. Like that mana pool. Like if I do, let's wait for a second. If I do end up getting a spell book at some point, well, here's a character who has pretty good mana already. Oh yeah, she's got. She already does magic damage, so I can start speccing her into magic. So I don't really need a high mana character. I mean, it's nice to have one. So this is a high mana and low health character, and how many of those do I really want? Maybe I just try to. I don't have a lot of experience with the daggers, but it's. I mean, it's not bad. You get to do that 3 times, and then poison is kind of like an alternate way of dealing with knights. It's like 2 daggers out of 3. Well, you could get unlucky, and then the poison doesn't apply, and then you have to run away and wait an extra turn, but it's sort of a plan. Maybe I can make it work. It's just a little risky. I don't know. But that's what I'm doing. Now the big question is, do I want health or do I want mana? Who is it who took all the damage? It was her, so I think I just give her mana potion instead of health potion, and then I just play extra careful. I think that's what I have to do. She has the Ronin scarf, and I'm gonna keep it on her. I think it makes sense with her current gear. Oh, and this dueling pistol. Who gets the dueling pistol? Maybe this guy? I don't know. maybe... oh, I forgot I had a parrying dagger on this character. Let's see, what level up options do I get? Extra AP, I feel like that's less common in the others. And it's quite good, but I think both of your attacks cost 2. I think on this character, I don't necessarily, if I have one action point left over, I don't necessarily want to run right up to them. I think I'd rather have a dueling pistol. No, this character doesn't really need it. I can never remember which characters, like, accuracy is more valuable when the base damage numbers are really spread out. So accuracy is not really good on her. Movement is kind of okay, but I kind of use mana. I have the Ronin Scarf, so it's not strictly necessary, but it will save me mana to do it that way. Crit is kind of interesting. It's not super strong because critical strikes. It's not double damage. It's only 150%. So not. That's kind of a large amount, but I'm not super excited. Maybe I'll just do the movement. Oh, and I need to pick perks as well, so... I think I don't really like any of these right now. So, well, sometimes what I end up doing, especially with like Ronin Scarf, is like I can do some YOLO tactics, and if I get Vampire later, then Strong Metabolism, I think it rounds up, so that 3 becomes, that 3 3/4 becomes actually a 4, and 10 per night. Like if I play careful, I should be able to passively regenerate that health. Oh, you're brand new. You don't have a level up. You have a druid staff, so you didn't get any of the kills. So you're a little behind. Okay. All right. So, all right. I didn't pick your perk yet. Okay, you're definitely gonna be a mage eventually. Oh, well, let's see here. What do I do? Right now, this is not a good skill, but if she gets a spell book, or if she gets like a longbow, then this skill eventually becomes really, really good. Right now, it's kind of garbage. I could make up my mind later, or I could and just hoard the talent point, which kind of feels bad. But this combination of perks is really good, especially if you know for sure that you have a super long range weapon. Like I really, really want a spell book for this character because she has so much mana and her health is really low, and she has that 7th action point. I think this has to be our mage. It's like nobody else even. Like this guy could become like a real mage eventually, maybe, but she's off to a better start for that. It's just pistols are so awkward. You can't really stand still and use them because it's a shorter, it's like a mid-range, and it's only cardinal directions. So you're really limited. So it's unlikely that I would even get to use a steady aim right away. So I'm really torn between Avid Learner and steady aim. So yeah, sorry, I overthink things a bunch sometimes. That doesn't even mean I always make the right decision. It just means it takes me a long time. Just agonizing over it. Yeah, let's do. This is really good with the kind of weapons that I'm hoping to get eventually. So I'm just gonna do it. I hope you get to see it put to good use, but I have to survive for one more night before that can become a reality. And right, I have one. I can't believe I didn't get a health potion. I might be in trouble. I really went with the mana potion. And it looks like. Yeah. Looks like my two-hand sword user is going to get the mana potion. So I could drink it now, but it doesn't cost an action point, so I can drink it later. If I'm feeling greedy, I can try to save it. But it doesn't really matter, as long as I remember that it's there. I think that's it. I don't have anything. Oh, I still have this unequipped. So who could use that? Yeah, let's just put an offhand weapon into your secondary slot. I don't think you need a primary weapon. She can just, like, if she's out stabbing things and she sees an armored enemy, she can just, yeah, switch to the parrying dagger. Okay. So yeah, felt like I was forgetting something. That was probably what I was forgetting though. So looks good. Looks acceptable. And they're coming from the south again. So the downside of spending your first turn rushing a fourth character is that you do all of your scavenging for gold, which means you don't have materials to build obstacles. You get 10 for surviving the night, but you could get as many as like an additional 20 or 25. So I can't build a bunch of stone walls for the city. I could only, those cost 4. I could only build 2 of those, and it wouldn't really, just 2 of them wouldn't really help that much. I don't know. I don't think that was optimal, but I don't want to. Yeah, I've got enough things that I can overthink. Let's just. Something like that, and then they'll probably, depending on how far they move, they'll probably just destroy some of those so I can counterattack immediately. Okay, no, they don't move fast enough for that, so I'm sort of blocked off by my own barricade. I guess that's okay. I can just sort of pick some low-hanging fruit here. down. What's the range on this? I need to 1, 2, 3 more. Out of 8. Okay, that should be pretty safe, except that there's line of sight, so that's not going to work. Okay, I just can't reach that one. It's too far away. It's unfortunate. Can't reach that one either. Yeah, throwing daggers would be nice because you poison the ones with all the armor. It's just not gonna happen this turn. Maybe next turn though. This lamppost is just really messing up my line of sight. I think I can only kill 2 of these this turn. Okay, oh, that one? Oh, nope, didn't get the poison either. Now, do I want to waste mana teleporting? I probably don't. Just wait a turn and then we go all out, maybe. Oh, I can kill at least one more. Seems pretty safe. I can do that too. About all I can do. I think I just have to wait for them to. Oh, see, that guy's mean. He didn't attack the barricade. He went straight for the. Yeah, just went straight for my survivor. All right, now it's getting kind of serious. I need to shred some armor for sure. Do this. I can do some propagation attacks. If I propagate off of this one, that's a good path. Nothing can really go wrong there. And either way that it forks, it'll be a pretty good propagate. So these guys, they actually have very little health. So if you do an armor shred, then they only have 50 health left to lose after that, so it's pretty, so paying attention to that can make you a lot more efficient. One more, I guess I can armor shred that one. Oh, almost one shot, not quite. It's okay. Just run, I could probably just ignore these for one turn. Definitely want to finish off that one though. A little bit of damage, and there's a slow, so that guy, his spear can reach 3, but it's still fine as long as I keep my distance. Oh yeah, I still don't have line of sight on that one. Or do it now? Oh, I do? Now I do? Yeah, he's no line of sight. That's a pain. Well, I can definitely one-shot this one. Something like that. Yeah. Yeah, let's throw, I think, 1, 2 throwing daggers. Is that going to be enough? It's only going to be enough if the poison hits both times. It's like the poison has to kill it, and it's 25 damage per poison stack. Oh, good, perfect. So let's just... who else can I... So let's take no chances. Let's just make sure that one dies. How many stacks? I got 3 out of 3. I only needed 2, but I'll take it. And what can you do? Yeah, alright, I don't know. If anything, maybe I should have just attacked these. But now I'm just... No, Calanth is like... doesn't really have a whole lot to do. She can just sort of chill. She could teleport, and then Sword Blast, but... I don't think I'm gonna waste my mana just for the lulz. It's just not really productive. I think she'll do literally nothing this turn. Okay, so sure, I could propagate. I think I really want to pistol shot that guy though. That's what I really want to do. Or I could use daggers. A lot of choices here. Maybe I'll start from this side. I think that could be a Sword Blast, or I could charge into these. Oh man. Like, do I want to clear out a path, and then I want to kill this knight with like poison daggers or something? Maybe I'll just start out with this. The targeting is a little bit weird. You pick the first one that you're going to hit, and then you end up where you actually end up moving is not where your cursor is, but one square behind that. And it's really risky because if you low roll, like those enemies you need to do 100. But I high rolled it, so it's all good. Okay, so now I can actually that's the space I needed. I could have reached it regardless, but that's okay. Yeah, let's just do all 3. See, I only got 2 out of 3, so that one's dead for sure. Dead. Do I just want to wait until I see what else is left, or do I just want to... Let's see. Maybe that one that's farther away. Alright. See, I low rolled those, so that's how I know that I should poison dagger them. So yeah, manipulating your turn order so you can like those flexible multi-hit skills that don't do a ton of damage are really good for cleaning up when you get some low rolls. So that's just one of many like little tiny tricks that can sort of help you out a bit. She might want to teleport away. It depends on how many of these I can kill. Let's sort of... now there's that knight. There's just like 3 knights that I haven't dealt with yet, so this is pretty scary. think these knights are threatening Clanth way too much, so let's just assume that the knights survive this turn. We just thin out the rest of them. Oh, the other option is I could try to get them with the druid poison. It's really expensive, but I think it makes sense. I want to be absolutely certain that I had to move one farther, because if I hit this one, it could propagate the wrong direction, and that would be terrible. So I have to make sure I start from the end, and so it can only go the other way. So 30 poison means it's not going to die this turn. I have to do it again, and then there's a chance that it will fail to apply, and then I'll be really mad. So yeah, that one wasn't quite lucky enough, but that's okay. I can still just sort of run away. Oh, it's kind of unfortunate that one right there died, because no matter which enemy I hit with propagate, it could go towards one of the other two, and then it would end early, which would make me a little bit mad. So I think instead I'm gonna clear out. I think I'm gonna use Shocking Touch. Just gonna save my mana, because I don't have any guaranteed propagates that are like really juicy right now. They're all just kind of risky. And I don't really feel safe walking up to them and using Shocking Touch either. So I think I'll just kill a few individuals with the pistol and then run away. Okay, so are we all out of range? I think they have a range of so here's where they can move, and then 1, 2, 3. I think everybody's safe now. Yeah, alright. Any more knights? There's one there. So the ones that that one's really, really far away, but I can get it with daggers. No, I can't. Stupid. That lamppost is just ruining my life right now. I have to kill some of these just so I can walk directly forward. Then I can do the poison daggers, or I can just ignore it, kill everything else. This one is going to die on its own. That one needs a little bit of help dying. Alright, so how do we do it? It's just 2 pistol shots. Sure. Like the damage output on this. I really would like to kill a bunch of these, but the Druid Staff there's a lot of crowd control, and there's poison, which is if you have a lot of knights close together, it can be nice, but overall it's a little bit underwhelming, I guess. just overthinking. I just don't see any really good ways to have a really good turn right now. But I don't want to take damage from just random enemies here and there if I can help it. Okay, does that give me? I accidentally edge panned the camera away from where I wanted it. Okay. 2 poison stacks. That's what it takes to kill these. So that's golden. Now I just run away or something. Well, I'll do a couple more attacks first. Which ones? I'm not sure. Alright, I probably want to teleport 1 or 2 times. You can just go ahead. These ones that are damaged but are not poisoned, for sure, I want to kill those. And this one who's far away, it's not quite going to die on its own, so that's annoying. Now that one's going to die on its own. This one is not going to die on its own. That one's not either. But whatever. So I should probably kill a couple of these because I could take some damage otherwise. Do I just propagate the bee sting and then... I feel like most of those will die on their own if they get poisoned one more time. That one, not. It takes 2 turns, so that's awkward. Yeah, not super thrilled with this. Like, too many of these are not going to die right away, and I kind of would like them to. I'll just do it again. It's a waste of mana, but the end result is acceptable. Dies on its own. This one... Oh yeah, this one can hurt somebody. So... let's... just shoot the zombie. So those are... that one's already dead. That one's a problem. That one I could run away from. I could run away from this one's still a problem though. There's one I want to get rid of. Maybe I'd rather use the pistol, though. Let's just use the pistol. Alright, I could pistol shoot it again, or I could just try to deal with it with area of effect damage. just do it again here. It's not what I meant to do, but... Okay, those... That one's not dead yet. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Charge. Yeah. Okay, so gotta keep track of which ones are basically already dead. And just sort of pick off the other ones and then make them run away. Who even has action points at this point? Oh, you still do. That's good. That one's not dead yet. That one's not dead yet. Okay, do something like this. And what else? Something like... Oh, you're already dead. Yeah, you're not already dead. Oh, Druid guy, you haven't even done anything yet. Let's see here. I could use the plus shape on these three. I just need to... I think I have to do it twice, maybe 3 times. So that's awkward. So that one, that's annoying. Okay, so who's still alive? You. With 1 action point, I do that, and then I get out there. Oh, you're not dead yet, so that's... Really want to waste mana. I could do a charge. I don't know. Then I have to teleport for sure, just to get away. That's okay. It still leaves me with 2 mana. Health is kind of low. I could try to calculate it, but I don't actually know what the damage tables look like or anything. Mana potion only costs 10 gold, so let's just play it a little bit safer there. And then I don't know. Alright, so now what's the plan? Armor that way. I think this is the very last wave. We're basically got it, I think. Oh, that's exactly 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's pattern recognition. Just about out of movement points though, so that's about what I can do now. There's really basically no reason to use mana this turn. have to use any mana at all anymore. Let's actually get you some experience points. Oh, they wanted more. Well, it's only... That was only the second night, you got 3 more. So that's some good news. Okay, let's hope I get an item that I something to actually be happy about. Let's see, crossbow, a little awkward to use. Another scepter, so that's like a minor upgrade over what was her name again? It's not even wow, not even a damage upgrade. It's just the comparison, side-by-side comparison is just 3 extra mana, so that's kind of unlucky. What about this magic orb? That's a pretty bad penalty. That's 2 pretty bad penalties. It's an offhand. Comes with a skill that, sure, you can nuke something and then poison the surrounding tiles. Just kind of nice, I guess, but what I really wanted was a spell book. Let's see, this crossbow, let's see, what do these do? How do those work? Some decent area of effect. Long range, but it has to be along a straight line, so at least you can hit things from far away. I've been kind of lacking stuff like that, but you can't just stand in a tower because it's cardinal directions only, so that's awkward. I think the downside of this is just way too severe. Like, mana is not that hard to replenish. And that's just not great either. This, at the very least, it's like... It has its uses. It's because you can have a second weapon. It doesn't feel too bad to have a kind of awkward weapon because you can use something a little bit more reliable during your other turns. It just really depends on, do you have lateral movement available, and then you can shoot along the perpendicular. So it's not a standing in place thing, but it is a long distance. But you want to have some like move points for that to work. What's in the store? Anything good here? Another crossbow. A slightly better one. It's definitely not worth buying it. Two-handed axe. Just, yeah, nothing. No spell books. This is just really, really. This is pretty frustrating at the moment. Yeah. I just really, really want a spell book. I don't like this team comp, and this guy with his derpy little druid staff is just not. It's just not satisfactory. I guess I can give him the crossbow for now. Did I give him a perk yet? Oh, he just now reached level 2 because he never kills anything. That's right. He doesn't even have that much mana, so it makes sense for him to have like well, some of the crossbow skills actually do cost a lot of mana, so I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know anymore. Okay. Alright, you just have the daggers. I would... So with the daggers, or the daggers, do you need accuracy? No, it's low variance. But accuracy also, I think it increases this chance that your poison will apply. So accuracy could actually be useful just for peace of mind on those poison stacks. Movement. I mean, she does run forward, try to throw the daggers and then run away. That's something she does a lot. But low rolling on the poison is a pretty bad thing to occur. But I feel like +5, I believe this number is randomized, and it could easily have been a +10, but it wasn't, so it's not a very satisfying option. I think maybe the movement is better. She's not going to use steady aim. She's not really in a good position to use most of these right now. Critical Master, maybe. I think I want to do a mana well, and then I would like to get a magic store. What am I doing here? Oh yeah. That's probably, if I hit the same enemy multiple times, then by definition I'm gonna get the benefit on that for everything except for the first hit, basically. That should have, I don't know, I just never, I almost never get that, but I'm stuck with the dagger, so I think I'm stuck with that skill. So in this situation, it's probably a pretty good perk. This guy, what is he though? My druid guy, who now has a crossbow, because he's just sort of awkward like that. I guess he needs movement points. I mean, if he has a crossbow, he still needs, you need to maneuver a lot to get the most out of it. He's probably going to be using the crossbow more than the druid staff at this point. So let's call it that. So if I'm a crossbow user, I don't think he has any armor break. No, he doesn't. I don't really like any of these options, so let's just help him catch up on the experience points. Oh, you and your steady aim, that's never going to be useful. That's kind of sad. Okay, you're +2 movement. That would be really tempting, but like, my goal is I want to get a spell book, and then she's never going to walk. She's never going to move around ever again. I mean, that was the original plan, but it's not every day that they offer you +2 movement. That's just astounding. I hate to give her plus magic, but she uses that pistol a lot too. I think that magic is what I want to use eventually, but it's that +4. I believe it's a low roll. I believe you could easily end up getting like 8 or 10. Mana, it's kind of an alright thing, but usually it's better to just have mana potions. Accuracy, that's also been kind of low rolled. I mean, the way she's playing right now, she needs movement, but long term, I don't know. Do I want to assume I'm going to get the weapons I'm looking for, or do I want to bolster what I've already got? Because right now, movement would be helpful. I could re-roll, but it seems kind of risky. keep it mobile. I think I'm gonna try to get. I think I'm gonna spend a lot of gold this turn again, so I won't have fortifications. So it's not like I'm gonna be standing in a watchtower sniping everything. I'm gonna be running around with everybody. So now what I want? Do I want specialist? Like eventually, I might regret that. I mean, right now, specialist would be pretty powerful. I mean, I've already picked steady aim. I mean, that's the combo. Let's just double down on the wishful thinking. Like this is like the watchtower sniper combination. It's really good if you can get all the pieces. So all I'm missing is like a super long range weapon. A bow would be kind of easier to obtain because there are like 2 or 3 that are really good options, but for spells there's only like 1 that's super long range, but I also really want it. Like I usually don't build these because there are usually other things that I want more, but I'm gonna make a greedy magic shop because I really want a spell book. So I had to do this twice. Let's pick somebody who I might build a mana well this turn, so I can refill some mana. So somebody who doesn't need to rest can do the farming. Alright, what did you make me? Oh, I get to choose between 3, so that's nice. Tome of Secrets. I mean, this is decent, but it's not super duper long range. I think Journeyman is the lowest, but it's a +2, which makes up for it. So yeah, this will be good. All right, that's what I wanted. I think eventually she's gonna get specialist. So, but for now, there's no downside to having those equipped. Alright, so that's better. Alright, so what do I want? I could either... So something that I've sort of figured out is that, I mean, this mana well, it does pay for itself eventually, but considering mana potions only cost 10, you have to use this like 6 or 7 times before it sort of pays off, and you're losing action points when you do that. So I mean, yeah, it is good, especially if you're running multiple mages, but here I just don't have the gold for it because I had to spend a lot of gold just to get this really good weapon that I've been looking for a long time. So I think she needs a mana potion. She might be okay without a mana potion. I don't know. She doesn't have a backup weapon. Like, stab is not that good. She kind of relies too much on throwing daggers, so she might also need them. That's 2 mana potions that I might have to use right away. And I'm going to start using a lot more. So she she'll want a mana potion. That's 3 mana potions, like, immediately. So how much gold would I need to do that, and then how many action points? So I need 6 action points just to drink from the well, and to construct it I need 4 action points worth of gold. Or I could sell something that I don't need anymore. Like this parrying dagger, I could probably sell it. Let's double check how do the action points work. So I've got basically 18 action points. 6 of those are just drinking from the well, which leaves another 12, which is another 60 gold all by itself. So I can afford it. But any leftover action points I could scavenge materials. I don't know. Maybe I don't think I want the materials just yet, though. I think I just want to get the gold. Okay. Okay, gotta switch to somebody else. Gotta save. Have to save 2 action points at least. Oh, that's already enough gold. Where can I fit it? Closer to the magic circle is good, because you want as many obstructions as you can manage. Alright, so let's just refill that mana and then we can consider our options. Alright, I think I want to start hoarding materials. So that's 5 times 2. I can get 10 materials this turn, which is only 21 total. Yeah, so that magic shop set me back like a dozen or so materials. But it was probably worth it. It's just a little unfortunate that I sort of had to resort to it. I'm less worried about health because I can really blast things from far away now. That's okay. Yeah, Kiara is gonna wreck things, I think. Ideally, I would like to have a watchtower, but I don't think I can put up enough walls for it to even pay it for itself. Like, you need something like 30 materials to build enough walls for a watchtower to actually really shine. But if you play a little bit more, but I might just end up just playing a little bit more forward. And if you can kill them fast enough, then you'll be okay. So that's what we're gonna do, I think. So no more action points, no more money. Where are they? Again from the south. That's really unusual. It's like randomized, but there's like a 1 in 16 chance that all 3 times it comes from the same direction. That's not what usually happens. It usually, like, the first 3 nights could be any one direction, and then the last 2 nights they come from 2 directions. I think they're always adjacent. Like, they're never opposite directions, because that would be kind of overwhelming. So how are we gonna do this? So, like, yeah, walls and watchtowers, I believe they both cost 4. So I could build 3 walls and a watchtower, which would be kind of fun, but not really. I don't really need to do that. If I stand here, the line of sight is sort of not good enough. I think I want to have line of sight onto basically everything, but I want to be protected. Maybe a little bit more aggressive. I don't have good line of sight onto those, though. That's a problem. I don't know. Good enough. Use the crossbow. He can move laterally and then shoot this way. I guess she'll just flank things. She's probably safe over here, but she's taking some hits, I guess, so let's not put her too close. And our dagger thrower can go over here. Alright, I think... I want to hoard some of these materials, or do I just want to build a bunch of barricades? I think walls are just not going to be worth it. If there's like a certain cutoff point, like if you could build all of these walls and a watchtower, then suddenly it becomes really, really good. But like a half-finished wall is not worth half as much as a fully finished wall. It's just like, it's non-linear like that. Let's leave a little empty space right here, because it was really annoying me last fight that I was having trouble throwing my daggers because of that. I mean, these barricades aren't gonna last as long as I might otherwise hope at this rate, but yeah, that's good enough. Let's save a few materials, and I think that'll about do it. Yeah, that's good enough. I've never actually built a shop before, and it offers you 3 to choose from. I didn't realize that. And that changes things a lot. Like if it were 1 per day, but you just got stuck with whatever they gave you, that could potentially be really useless. But fortunately, that's you get the options. All right, so. I'd like to do some chain lightning or whatever, but there are some ways that it could like circle back on itself and just sort of into the chain. There aren't really any good ones unless I start all the way in the back there, but that's too far away. Because remember, right now she has that passive. She gets a lot of extra damage if she doesn't move this turn. Like there's like 4 of them in a square, and then this one. Yeah, if it arcs the wrong way, then the lightning strike's not good. But this one's a plus shape. That one might be a little bit more reliable right now. So that's something to think about. Oh, this guy's annoying. Do I have any undodgeable attacks? I don't think I do. The Hellhounds, I forgot about those. Those are really, really obnoxious. think I just run at them and then fingers crossed. There's like only 40% dodge chance, but it could, sometimes you have bad luck and it takes like 5 attacks to finish them off, which really sucks. Sure, let's just kill this one, and then next turn they swarm me unless I do this. Yeah, I have to, so 1 mana. Alright. I'd like to kill these 3 so I can make the Chain Lightning go the other way, but it's too much. There isn't really a good way to set that up. So I think Fireball, it costs 2 instead of 3, and it just fits the geometry a little bit better. It's a little bit annoying. Maybe you can last hit a few of these guys. It's a little bit too close for comfort, though. Maybe you just do nothing this turn. Like, I should have had her, like, over there or something. With all these barricades, that's pretty safe. If she were already here, then she could attack and then run away again, but right now it's kind of not looking so good. Okay, that's good enough. Let's finish that one off. And then, okay. Yeah, sure, let's probably overkill because I'm running out of things to kill now. So here's the attack that costs 0 mana. It's also pretty strong. So what's ridiculous is that there's these 2 really powerful skills that cost mana, but then like the really basic attack it's still fairly strong in its own right. So it's kind of, with books, right now, there's basically no downside. So that's why it's so ridiculously strong. Like, if this attack were significantly weaker, if it only did like 70, if it only did 3/4 as much damage, it would still be pretty worth it overall. Maybe you would have to have a backup item to swap to, but it's so well rounded. It's like it's basically never bad. So yeah, I mean, you haven't even gotten to see it really shine yet. Now that we've got a lot of enemies on the screen, it's gonna be a little bit more apparent. Now, propagation doesn't really play well with these enemies that dodge a lot, so it's a little bit scary. We'll just have to deal with that. Let's try these. So those are both almost dead. Let's try. Oh, good. I high rolled. I got kills on both of them, so that's good. And now that there's no high dodge, well, there's one here. it could, worst case, it tries to propagate to this one and it misses, and then party's over. So maybe instead I don't know, it could propagate this way and then party's over. I kind of want that one to be dead. There isn't really a good way to get there though. It's kind of, I could try to pick it off long range. And then the propagation would go like this way or that way. Yes, let's see if I can pick it off. Pretty lucky there. Alright, so then this one for sure is going to go like that, and then it's either going to go that way or it's going to go this way. Either way, it's still going to be like 7 or 8 hits. Yeah, let's just pick those off. And is that a safe spot? We'll decide later. We'll move if it gets dangerous. These are annoying. They're fast and they dodge a lot. But we've had really good rolls. I think they've only dodged like once or twice out of like 8 or 10 attacks. Which is really, really good luck, I think. Okay, so there's another dodge, like I was worried about. That one's gonna die. That one's gonna live. Oh, they have 55 health now, so that one's gonna live too. Wow, I guess they scale. Didn't realize that. It's not good. Do I really need to retreat, or is that a safe spot? No, that's safe enough. Maybe one space back. Okay, you. Oh crap. I didn't sell the Rusty Dagger, but I never re-equipped it, so I can't really deal with that one quite so easily. Do this. It's just, I don't have any good options for area of effect. It's just, I guess I could Sword Blast twice. It's just a lot of mana. It's okay, I have a mana well now. I can be a little bit wasteful. Yeah, I just barely got through the armor. So that's not fun. Let's just get out of here. Yeah, that's good enough. Oh, yikes. Okay. You were standing a little bit too close, but that's not a big deal. Do I want to shred some armor, or do I just want to... Lightning Strike, there's like no dead ends here. I think no matter what I do, it's going to hit at least 8 times, so that's good. now it's less good than it was before. Yeah, worst. So if I, no matter who I pick, there are ways it could spiral in on itself and only hit 4. So that's too risky. Let's just use the one that costs less. If I'm only going to hit 3 of them, then I might as well do them one at a time with complete control. So forget about that for now. So what are you going to do? I keep forgetting this is a pretty decent attack, but I think I'd rather... Okay, those 4 are probably the best. I'm gonna take like 2 attacks though, right? Yeah, let's just... Okay, I mean, it would have been nice to one-shot them, but 2 shots is good enough, I guess. Okay. Alright, that's the one from before that's not dead yet. Yeah, Dagger Throw is a little bit underwhelming now that I've got this to compare it to. Like, how do I want to do this? Let's just do 1, 2, 3. Wow, see, it's just barely gonna die. But no, that's decent, I guess. Yeah, I need to hit that one once. Okay, there we go. Alright, so... Yeah, that's annoying. I want to get rid of it. That one's dying on its own. There's too many that may, or, heads or tails may or may not die. I guess I'll just go for it. Now, who can clean those up? Just you. Except you're too far away. Yeah. Did things in the wrong order. I should have stayed, waited to use my action points before I running away. Oh, that's not good. That one, you're still going to take a hit at this rate. It's just... Yeah, this I'm getting away with some stuff. Because that scarf, that's just really useful. Dead. That one's too far I'd like to kill that one too. That one's... yeah, that one's not going to die on its own either. Something like that. Okay, well, she wasn't really supposed to take hits, but that's just one hit from the most basic enemy. That's fine. These hellhounds are really annoying, though. I don't really have any convenient answer for them. They're just really, really annoying, and I just have to sink a lot of action points to make that happen. Yeah. Too many loose ends. The propagation could end up not bouncing the right way. Again, it's really irritating. So now what? Sure, let's just do that. Oh, so that one's slowed. That's good. They still move really fast. I still need to kill them. Oh, wow, you still have that. Is that really worth it, though? Probably not. Is that one already dead? Yeah, that one's gonna die. That one's gonna die on its own. Yep. So just 1, 2, 3. Try not to miss. Good. Alright, now what? Let's just stay away from those. Keep running away, I guess. Alright. I guess Fireball, because none of the propagations bounce reliably. Armored ones, it's not worth it unless you can hit them 2 or 3 times and finish them off, because the armor just replenishes. So let's just blow up everything else. Okay, still safe for now. I can stay where I am and then... Oh, that one can hit me. That's annoying. I don't like that. Okay, how about you just hang out way over here? That'll probably be fine, right? I guess we can poke them a little bit first. Yeah, let's just waste some mana. Take them off the map. Teleport. hopefully ends up taking a mana potion next turn. But yeah, that's adequate. We're treading water here. Again, the chain lightning isn't that great unless they kill these two, then we could start one going this way. Too many dead ends. Maybe I just use fireballs again. Or this one could spiral around like this way. Too many dead ends. They're just that one is for sure. Well, that one dodges, which could end the chain. I don't really know for sure how the math works. I don't know if it has to check for dodge at every step or only the very first one, but I don't want to risk it. Look at all that armor. That's a lot of armor. That's a lot of armor. All in one place, too. Like, I could use acid spray. It's usually kind of dumb. Like, if I use acid spray, I almost never use this skill, but I'll do it this time. So, they still have armor right now. Oh, it does remove it immediately. It's just, I see. It's just 100, but then they have another 55. Oh, these are now surefire kills because it does 130. Alright. Yeah, there we go. I guess we just because I don't understand, just because I don't know how the bounces are going to work, 2 fireballs will be a lot more predictable. Then again, this one could hit all of them, and it's guaranteed to hit at least 5. So let's do it. Okay, I high rolled it. That's kind of scary. Can we remove that thing? Okay, dodged. Still dodging. That one's gonna die on its own. This one is not. Alright, there we go. That one not dying on its own. This one is. We're running out of action points, not running out of enemies. How do I deal with this? She could take 2 steps back, but then next turn she won't have line of sight on anybody. I think Clanth needs to assassinate some enemies, like this one in particular. Oh, that one's not gonna die on its own either, so let's... Oh, that one is not. That one is. They're both dying on their own? Yeah, they both die this turn. let's use it. And what about you? Yeah, let's just do the potion already. I think there's too much. The map has become lopsided. I think she's eventually going to want to make her way over this way. So, like, maybe I'll charge. And then just I'm out of movement points, so I can't even charge anymore. It costs 1 movement point to do that. But I can use a whole mana potion and now I'm going to do this one more time. Alright. That's good enough. Okay, still got a pretty good line of sight. A lot of armored things here. Now what? I could drop a fireball, but I think Glanth can probably just handle those. Hellhound. I don't have a good answer for the Hellhound. Do I still have that? Wow. Like, I could just use the dueling pistol. It's about the same either way, because it's like the armor penetration part of it. I think the dueling pistol does slightly more damage, but if I move, I lose my little bonus damage, or bonus critical. So, forget that. I think I just used Shadow Bolt a whole bunch of times, but a lot of things are going to survive. Oh, I didn't do that in backspace. Okay, there we go. I guess acid spray. Oh, I can only hit. They're too far apart. I can only hit 2. I guess it's not really worth it if I can only hit 2. Let's just use the throwing daggers on to finish off whatever's left. Ouch, that one's gonna have a lot left. That one's gonna have a lot left. I'll move you later when I figure out exactly where the sort of safe minimum distance is. So let's see, 1, 2, 3. Oh no, I don't need, it's not quite that far. Just here is good enough, because the range is 4. Yeah, so I like that. The sword to the skull is like guaranteed kill, assuming that it hits. But the skull without the sword means it might die, but might not. Alright. one's kind of dangerous, and it's not easy to reach either. One the poison probably kills it unless the poison doesn't apply. Okay, good. They're just dead. I guess we'll do that. Maybe I just want to slow this knight down so he can't hit anybody. Yeah, just barely out of range, because I believe it's 1, 2, 3 is the attack range. Another big scary lance attack. So now I just want to... Aw, yeah, it was disappointing, but it doesn't matter too much. Alright, not much left to do here. Let's... something like that. Alright. Yeah, that's good enough. Hellhound. I had to hit 2 out of 3 to kill it, so I'd rather just run away, I think. So I had to move there, yeah. Was that the last wave, or are there no more? I think this blue gauge is full, so I think that's those stragglers, is it? Yeah. Okay, not a problem. Let's see. Oh no, I don't want to waste my mana anymore. Let's just... yeah, that's actually pretty good. You had to high roll it though, I guess, but I high rolled, so good. Have to remember that next time. If it's safe to get up close, then that's just what I should do. And Hellhounds, if you don't have any no dodge skills, then you just have to, you don't low roll for days. If you low roll too much, you just lose. Yeah. I really need, I think a short bow has a no dodge attack. So that would be a nice thing to have on somebody, anybody. Let's see if they offer me one. Nope. Another scepter. Wands are kind of okay. This second skill, the magic missiles, it hits 4 times, and that can be pretty useful. Spears, they're sort of okay. I don't really want it. So let's grab the wand. I'm not sure who I'm gonna give it to. Do I really want another magic item, or do I want to just sort of keep things the way they are? You are super long range, so this scepter is for getting up close. That's for armor penetration. That's kind of an interesting... Yeah, I can give those two to I don't know who. Armor, she's been suffering with that. It's just... This one's magical, so that's... They're both magical, so that's... So a mix of physical and magical is a little bit awkward. Pretty decent though. Oh, she could really use a second weapon. She has no attack order. She has no bonuses basically. She's just accuracy and crit. Let's see what's in the store. I would like to fish for some new items like, okay, short bow. Yeah, that one is no dodge. Longbows, I'd rather have a longbow for my, just isn't gonna happen, I guess. Because longbow has a huge range. It'd be nice to have that. I would really like one long range with no dodge, because that's how you take out the hellhounds. I mean, this is better than nothing. It's just, it's 8 range, so you can't really depend on it from your watchtower. You might have to run after them a little bit. But it's been kind of lacking. I don't know who gets that short bow, but somebody does for sure. These, like this is like big damage single target. In particular, like this assassinate skill. There's like, right now there's only like one enemy in the game that has like 400 health. So just for those, this could be worth it, but otherwise, like, this is like a big movement slow that's pretty powerful for multiple targets, but you'd rather just kill everything. So maybe I'll buy this. I'm gonna stop and see what my gold is doing right now. Let's take care of our mana situation, and then we can sort of think about everything else. Let's first figure out who gets the short bow. So who's gonna run after those? Like Clanth is interesting because with that Ronin scarf, I really want her to have. I really like these weapons though, unless I just get rid of the two-handed sword. Maybe her, yeah. Rusty Dagger for armor, short bow for hellhounds. And picking off, like, she can just pick off strays of every type. Like, none of these are, like, super high damage, but that's good for knights, that's good for picking off strays, that's good for hellhounds, that's an AoE that's kind of interesting, that's also no dodge, so hellhounds, if you hit 2 of them at the same time. Yeah, so that one slows things. I think this is a pretty good flanker now, so yeah. But what skill do I want to give her? So that's a melee and that's a ranged. So none of these really are guaranteed to be the best. Maybe backstab? Is that her specialty? Isolated targets? I mean, sometimes they're isolated, sometimes they're not. She's just too unfocused. Like, all of these are sort of, you're doubling down on one particular thing, but that's really not her role. So none of these are none of these are really super good. It seems a little bit like I've wasted, like, this avid learner would be kind of a waste at this point. Like, I've already waited to, I've already lost some of the bonus experience I would have gotten. Well, let's see what we're offered here. I think she does mostly physical, right? Physical. It's all physical, so that's at least a little bit of consistency. Alright, so I mean, some of these are only melee, some are like only ranged. This critical master is too, like, critical hit is just not dependable. Like, maybe late game when you can easily get it up to 50 or, you know, close to 100%, then you can combine it with weak spot, but that doesn't even exist yet. It seems like a very late game sort of thing that doesn't, you can't really depend on it. So really liking this. Maybe I just use the bow attacks. I don't know. I would really like Rusty Dagger to be a guaranteed one-hit kill. That's also a consideration. I mean, it's not a very good dagger, but it's. Do I really want to go? Let's see what's in the store. Do I have more daggers? Do I have it? Do I have any armor negation whatsoever? There's nothing. Yeah, I think. Is that my only way of dealing with armor right now? I mean, Clanth has this parrying dagger, which does the same job. See, how much damage does it take to kill a Hellhound? I think it's 150 because there's 50 armor, 100 health. So takes like 3 shots. How much can I lower that? Can I lower it down to 2? Probably not. I think the most... I think, yeah. It's almost guaranteed that I can... unless they scale again, like, do they scale to like 60 health instead, and then I'm just treading water? I don't know, I guess I'll do it. Just a lack of better options, I think. I'm gonna feel really dumb if the knights increase to 60 health and then this upgrade doesn't even matter. That would kind of make me mad, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. Okay, so you're just really confused. You don't even know what you do. And look at the store. Is there anything better? Like, would he rather have a rifle than a crossbow? Like, maybe. Is it worth it? I mean, it's not that expensive. I 100 to 115. Same damage, but much better range. Meanwhile, you with the spell book. Yeah, the wand is better single target damage. I think I might want to build a watchtower though, so maybe I unequip these. I buy her the rifle. Or maybe I just get rid of these. If I make her a specialist, if I give her a specialist perk, I think the tome is just so self-sufficient. Like Shadow Bolt, like casting Shadow Bolt multiple times can do almost as well as any alternative I might choose. So I think I'm gonna make her a specialist. It's just too powerful. I mean, just look at those numbers. Oh, it's not at the top, but underneath the skill icon. So the base damage is 58 to 129, but then it scales up to 80 or 120 per hit. Accuracy should be good. Yeah, accuracy is good because I have that perk, don't I? And spellbook is a high variance skill. So the high variance skill, the accuracy just shrinks or raises the bottom end of that variance. That didn't seem like it made a huge difference. I thought that was like 80, it was already 86 or whatever. I mean, I only gained 5 accuracy, but whatever. Okay, what is she doing? Oh, here's another offhand. Is that better than parrying dagger for dealing with armor? Yeah. Yeah, I think. Like, unless she gets a huge boost to melee from this level up. Movement's good. That's like mana that you don't have to spend, so it's, yeah. I think I like the dueling pistol better on her, even though she's melee. Unless there's someone else who needs it more. Like, maybe he'd be better with the dueling pistol. He doesn't want to get close under any circumstance. And she can just... She has a lot of movement points, and then she can just run away if she feels like it. Except I didn't want I wanted this one, so she's just gonna get up close no matter what, because she has the Ronin scarf. Yeah, let's do that. He has... I mean, the Druid staff, it's not terrible, but I'm gonna retire it regardless. It's just slightly underwhelming, I guess, but not terrible. But now I can actually do some damage. Like, yeah, the damage on Entangle is just a little bit too low. So he's confused. He doesn't know whether he's melee or magical. He just doesn't know what he's doing. I don't even know what perk he wants. He's just so weird. I just keep giving him leftovers. Like physical or magic, I don't even know. I think crossbow is kind of awkward. This wand is pretty... Yeah. The magic missiles is fairly strong. For single target, it slightly outclasses the spellbook, so... So that's like, yeah. So it's like 120 per action point roughly, and this one is, I guess it's about the same, but our targeting is more finicky. That's a lot of mana, but he doesn't really need it. That's a seeing that this one's high rolled, so let's just stick with that. So I guess he prefers the crossbow and the dueling pistol, but the wand is also not that bad right now. So he's a confused mess. Does he just want to do ranged specialist? Or does he want to... What does he want to do? Does he want to do armor break? Like, what's his deal? What is this guy's deal? I've just been getting some weird items. It just isn't holding it together coherently. I kind of like backstab. So when you combine it with magic missile, there's some randomness because critical, 50% chance of critical. But spread that out over 4 attacks. He has a pretty good chance of getting 1 or 2 crits at the, if not 3. As long as it's an isolated target. So, and the crossbow also kind of synergizes. I just have to remember to, lean toward that as long as I'm in a situation where all those other things are being equal. Okay, the scepter is a little bit awkward because it's the one magic and the other 2 are melee. But maybe I just get melee proficiency anyway. What are the other options? Anything good? I don't know, vampire. It's pretty decent, but it's better to kill things than to just kill things easier than to just heal. Because if you kill them first, you never take damage anyway. But she'd also be pretty good with backstab. She is sort of spending time on the sides, but sometimes they're grouped up, so it could go either way. Even Armor Master is an option because she is using that armor there. I feel like she's not doing a ton of damage. Like, yeah, like that's a rusty weapon. Her weapon, she just doesn't. Yeah, she's has a bunch of hand-me-downs. I guess let's just increase the damage output. All right. Now, do I want to buy health potions? I think I already have one health potion just lying around somewhere. Okay, I have no... just the one... I don't know, do I want to build a health? Who gets the health potion? Yeah, let's... Oh, I need a little bit of gold for that. Okay. But do I have room for it? I think I'd like to clear out some space closer to the middle, so like that one, for example, or maybe this one, or this one. Oh, those are all. Maybe clear that one out. So who needs that? You're not supposed to even take hits, but let's do it anyway. Because I didn't take vampire, maybe I'll just top you off. Maybe I'll give you. Maybe I'll switch the health potion over to you. I'll just hold on to it, just in case, but I think I'm just gonna... I'd like to farm some more materials. Everyone's got mana, health is pretty good. I could try to rush another item, but I think I've got enough items. Let's just... yeah. Alright, 43 materials, so now I can, this changes things a lot for the next fight. I can actually set up, I can actually set up some walls. It'll be expensive though, because they'll probably attack from 2 directions. So that those 40 materials can get used up pretty quickly. So let's just see how it goes. Oh, I got. Oh, it's just reminding me that I have this druid staff. That's okay. There's only one person who can use it, and they're a specialist, so they're not going to. Okay, so those 2 directions. So how much health do the wooden walls only have? 45. It's a little bit not quite as fortified as I would hope. Something like that. How much left? I can build a watchtower, and I can build 1 more stone wall. Do I want a watchtower like right here or here maybe? So here's my reference for where I want my watchtower to be. So the one that's shaded out, like this faded dark orange, is where I could attack if I were in a watchtower and had line of sight of everything. So I would not be able to attack this side very much at all, but I could definitely blow things up on this side. What if I'm over here or here? Like being able to attack that square is kind of useful. Being able to attack these squares is pretty useful. You know, worst case they make it to the circle. Okay, let's just do that then. Watchtower right there. So what else do I want to do? Do I want to replace these? I want to strengthen this side a little bit. Sometimes they go around. Something like that's good enough. Alright, so this, she won't be able to kill everything, but she'll be able to delay them by quite a bit. So and it's kind of a juggling act. So one side might outperform the other, and then you sort of flex over to the other side. And it's pretty standard. Yeah, short bow doesn't have long enough range, so that's not a good spot. So let's... yeah, just stand over here. You can teleport if you have to, so let's just split the difference. Oh, she doesn't have a mana potion? I guess I gave that to somebody else. Yeah, I did. Okay. So she needs to not teleport too much. She just needs to calm down and play it safe. Yeah, alright. That's good enough. Okay, so they didn't spawn closer to the middle, they spawned on kind of the outsides of both, you know, opposite of each other, basically. About as far apart from each other as they could spawn, so it's a little inconvenient. So she can't do much this turn, she just has to wait one more turn. And unfortunately, Calanth cannot, she can't really go back and forth. She kind of has to pick one side, and she sort of has to stick with it. So that's going to be a problem. Those are going to be a problem. She has raw damage, but she doesn't really have good answers for everything, so it's just something like that. So right, oh, one more, okay. The armor, and then, okay, this is like 57 per hit, so I still have to hit twice. It's 80, oh, that's even better, I guess. It depends on the math, how does it split up? So most of these can be killed by 2 hits of this one. Yeah, something like that. And then 2 hits probably kills it. Yeah, and same thing with these. Do I really need to use mana? There's so few of them right now. Probably don't really need to use mana. Okay. No line of sight. Okay, well, that's annoying. Everything else, yeah, let's just use the one that costs no mana. Wow, the basic attack lowers movement by 1. Huh, okay. That's really convenient. to spawn before I can really do a whole lot. Yeah, those are annoying. They have so much health. It's gonna take like 4 hits. Yeah, at least 3, probably 4. Sure, might as well. So those walls are gonna take some damage. I don't really want to waste mana. I mean, I could run in, hit them a few times, and then run away. Seems, I think I'll just wait a little bit. Alright, explodey guys. How much can I do? Not enough. I can use this twice, I guess, yeah, sure. Unless, let's see, what I forget what backup weapon does she have? It's 3 action points, so it's not really worth it. I can kill 3 of them with 2 action points if I do that, and then I can kill 4 of them with 2 action points. There we go. Yeah. Okay, that added that remainder kind of distributed pretty well. Can't really one-shot anything, so I just want to slow them down. Oh, that's an interesting pattern. Oh, it has holes in it, so I see. So that's not. It's a little bit awkward. I think the knight is just gonna ruin my day. I think I'm gonna slow down the knight. Oh, no, I need vision to do that. Okay, that'll do it. Then I just want to. These two are kind of dangerous. Alright, so now none of them can reach. I guess that's good enough. Just the damage on this side of the map isn't that great. Could run in there and I could start using Shocking Touch or Hammer of Faith. Just I think I'm gonna wait for the big lightning bolts. Next turn, when they're a little bit closer, I can probably start hitting 10 of them every spell. those walls. Those walls are not going to last at this rate. I could just spam shocking touch. I think 3 of them will kill them. Oh man, they live? That sucks. That really sucks. Okay, well. I mean, I didn't do the arithmetic. It just seemed like that would be enough. I think they're just gonna run straight at the wall, so I don't think they're gonna... That's a little bit safer. Okay. Now what? Sure, let's use the crossbow thingy. That's why we got 4 in a line here. That was really polite of them. Very orderly and very dead. Okay, I guess this side of the map is off to a pretty strong start. I think it's just these more were summoned on the left side. I don't think this side is actually, I don't think the setup is actually stronger. I mean, they're doing alright, but... maybe let's move you a little bit, just... like, more could spawn here, or you might have to help out, so let's just sort of... So what could happen is the walls could break here, and then these 2 units would have to run in this way, and then it would be, the fight would be up in here, but then there's 2 fronts, but it's all, everybody can attack everything at that point. Which means we still might be okay. Alright, so how do I get my big sound? Now there's the, right there's a dead end. And unfortunately I can't start from there, because if I could, then like kind of the, it's kind of a downer no matter what. I could kill this one somehow by wasting a lot of mana, and then I could start one here that arcs around a whole bunch, but it's not great. Oh, do I just want to use stab over and over again? Is that really a thing that I'm gonna do? I mean, I'm gonna lose a lot of movement points. I'm gonna do it. I mean, the Ronin Scarf kind of gives me the freedom to do this as much as I want. I can even stab that one if I... there, I guess. Probably gonna take 2 hits. Yeah, it is. Oh well. Like, I can't even kill that one. So, oh no, I can't reach. Okay, I can kill it. I can pick it off with the Shadow Bolt, and then so it has to go this way, and then it could terminate that way. Best case scenario is it takes the long way, but it still hits like 6 no matter what. So yeah, that's pretty good. Oh no, I don't have enough to kill it. This one's gonna live. Well, it can only reach the walls right now, so that's not the end of the world. So we can kill it next turn. Maybe it just destroys one of our walls, but it's not a big deal. A lot of armor. Yeah, okay, so these guys, they're pretty busy on this side of the map, so it's probably fine that they stay on this side. I think I've got it balanced out just about right. So I just want to slow those. I just don't want to deal with them right now. I think I just want to. How am I going to do this? Oh, you still have action points. Yeah, let's just kill whoever's closest, and then. Yeah, let's back up just a little bit. Now, are you going to be needed over here? Maybe? I mean, that's a lot of boomers. Kind of intergenerational conflict we've got over here. Maybe take like 3 steps that way. Okay, she needs to be able to run like this far to help out on the side she's already on, but something like that. Alright. I forgot to use her action points. She probably could have shot something once, or she probably could have shot a couple things. Oh yeah, that wall is gone. Okay, so now what? This one is. Oh, it could terminate early if it hits that one. So let's stop. Let's make that. Let's rule out that possibility. Okay, now it's guaranteed to hit. Like, I think it's guaranteed to hit all 10. So pretty cool. Well, those we can worry about later. These. We should probably worry about now. Yeah. I mean, that would kill it would damage its surrounding allies if they were there, but they weren't. stab that one. Stab it twice. That one I can't reach. But I can, oh, yeah. Propagate with a chance of stun, that's pretty decent. 2 kills, just 1 stun. And too close for comfort. Oh man, losing a lot of mana here. Okay. Yeah, I think that Ronin Scarf is doing a lot of work. I would be... There are a lot of situations that would have gone a lot worse so far if it weren't for that. A lot of armored units and a boomer. This side of the map is also a little bit perilous. What I would like to do is have that boomer be surrounded by its allies. So I can wait 1 turn. I don't want to slow it because it's gonna walk right here. That's how far I can go. So I just kill. What do I kill? These armored things are really gonna be a pain. I just don't have the best area of effect. I have good single target damage. And I think that's too close for comfort, so you're just going to run away a little bit, and then maybe not all the way, maybe something like that. Okay, that's safe, but you can still... You're going to have a hard time rejoining the fight next turn, but I think it's good enough. You want to slow them down, I guess, something like that. That one wasn't slowed, so let's just kill it. The ones that are slowed are not a priority, but everybody else... That one has armor, so it can't really... Let's just weaken you, and then... Just... something like that. Looks about right. You're out of range. So this one, I think, yeah, it could go in a square pattern, and then that would be bad. Yikes, that's just... I guess I'll just throw it. Yeah. I want to kill that one. And I get a little bit of... Oh. That's disappointing. How about... use propagation to do it? Definitely want to use... Okay, now what? I feel lucky. Let's try the healthy one. And then you... I just don't... Yes. I don't know how much damage their suicide attack does to human units, but it definitely destroys walls, so I'm kind of worried. So I'm gonna just stay away from that. Now what? It's been pretty dangerous. That one, it's only got one neighbor, so that's... Maybe we just slow it down and worry about other things. Looks like the waves meter is finished. I think this is the last wave. It's kind of a lot. But if we stall a little bit, I think on the west side, it's not great, but it's not terrible. Alright, so those armored things, I think we slow them and ignore them, and then we just kill these other things that are a little bit easier to kill. Who's got armor? You. It's getting a little bit too close. Kill that one. And do I just kill these two? Or maybe that one. That's a little bit faster. Oh, that one was armored. I messed up. Okay, whatever. And oh, he's gonna. I can take one hit. That's all right. Just take one step back, and then the other ones can't reach me. So that's gonna be painful, but. Fine. I don't think I'm getting an S rank. That's too many, and there can't really stop it at this point. Lightning strike, are you guaranteed to do good things? Yeah. Like, worst case is it loops back on itself right there, but that's still 7. Okay, high rolled it, so that's pretty nice. I think I want that one to kill its neighbors. Alright, that's going pretty well. That one's going to be a little bit harder. I think we can go for it though. Just needs a little bit of help, that's all. Maybe let's use the propagate instead. What? It didn't kill its neighbor? That was disappointing. Oh no, how fast do these run? I mean, they can't reach the circle this turn, so that's... I guess I underperformed a little bit. Alright. Which side's more urgent? I definitely want to kill that one. So how? I'm all ready. Okay. So like roughly 240 if I for all 4 hits. Probably, but could fail. Alright, got it. I would really like to kill that one too. How much health? 103, so 2 hits. And then I want to start working on the next one. Okay, now you're... Oh, I don't know. We'll decide where to position you after I do a little more cleanup here. It's 235. How am I going to do that much damage? Very slowly. That's the problem with short bows. It's gonna take like 6 hits. Maybe less. I think 6 hits. Maybe just 5 or 4. 4? No, it took 5. No, it took 4. Okay. Dead. That one's not worth the trouble. Yeah, I think it's time for you to help out the base defense, and you can just sort of fend for yourself. I'm pretty sure the AI prefers to go after the magic circle, and it'll only attack you if you're directly in the way. But I'll take like 2 steps back just in case. Yeah, that's good enough. Oh, what are they doing? Oh, well, magic circle's right there, but they would rather destroy my walls. Okay. I mean, they didn't kill anybody. Oh, you could do it with poison, right? You still have the, yep. But you can't. Can you reach both of them? 1, 2, 3, 4. So, right there. Yeah, something like that. Dead. That one's already dead. Oh, you can just... Alright. Yeah. Oh, right, in this one. Which ones are the ones that are poisoned? And that's it. I guess guess that soft locks the game. Alright, that's a bug report. Sorry you didn't get to see night number 5, but apparently the last enemy dies from poison damage. The game soft locks. It's some kind of trying to iterate over a null object and doesn't have the logic to catch the circumstance that we're in. I'm sure they'll sort that out well before the beta, but sorry for the anticlimactic ending. That's just how it goes. I'm having a good time. I'm sure the finished product is going to be even better, but if you're looking for how do you get off to a good start and what are the tactics, you've basically seen a little bit of everything. Didn't get quite as good, like, I didn't, like the anti-armor and the dodge, like I really wanted a longbow that I never got, but that's okay. I think I had enough to work with. Definitely some awkward choices, didn't really get all my favorite weapons, but I worked really hard to force the magic book to spawn, which kind of stabilized the big picture, and then everything else, it's just I had one really big gun and a bunch of little specialized guns that none of them, like these 3, none of them were super good, but by being flexible, it was kind of, overall, it was good enough to sort of cover up all the weaknesses. So that's roughly how it goes. Some pretty good stuff, and if you've been having trouble winning, there's some ideas about my thought processes. And in particular, if you use a propagation skill and you only hit 2 or 3 things, and you were supposed to hit 5 or 10, well, you can blame the RNG, but there were things that you could have done to limit how badly the RNG could affect you. So you don't want to gamble on that kind of stuff if you have other options. So that's one thing that I've learned pretty well and have demonstrated many times here. So hope that's useful, but I'm gonna call it. All right, later.